to talk here about more shit hits the fan type of background information. Like, why do I even think this way? Well, maybe a year or 2 years ago, I watched a show, and it was on the History Channel, which is, you always got to take what you hear on the History Channel with a grain of salt, because they can show you some, but they can only show you so much, because it's the brotherhoods who run the shit in the first place. So if they're leaking something to you, there's a spin on it somewhere, somehow. But there's also some truth in it, so at the same time, I can't really knock it. It's like, there's something called the Knights of the Golden Circle. That's where you hear that thing, the South will rise again. I've seen some dudes down in Florida wearing t-shirts that said that the South will rise again. At the time, I didn't realize what that meant. And there was a subversive group of, like, a gang. It's the KKK, basically, another name for that. And they stem from the Knights Templar. It's like a offshoot, like a revamp, remake, readaptation. It's like them groups, you know. It's like they've always been pretty dark, but as times went on, they've even become darker and darker, and they get to assimilate more dark deeds and and perfected treacherousness. But anyway, that I was listening to an audiobook about Jesse James. Got me a Victory cigarette. It was basically that movie with Brad Pitt in it, the assassination of Jesse James. Once again, that's a fiction like the moon landing. Because they showed Jesse James lived on after he was supposedly killed. You look at, like, Hitler. They say that the skeleton that was Hitler that shot himself was a female skeleton. So, it's a shit hits the fan extraction. This shit's been going on forever, dude, where they just take someone, say they kill them, take them somewhere, give them a new life. The FBI does it. Identity relocation, like I was talking about Goodfellas the other day. And at the end of the movie, that guy gets shit the fan extracted. Shit hits the fan extracted. So this stuff has always went on, and that the South will rise again, Jesse James, Knights of the Golden Circle, hidden treasures, you know what I'm saying? That isn't just done in the South. That's been done all across Europe, everywhere. And right now, the Albert Pike WW3, basically what it is they get their agents in place, Illuminati card, agents in place. How come this guy's got a job when everyone else don't? Because agent in place. You know what I'm saying? He's got a post. They call them castles, man, and it's a conspiracy to reinstitute slavery, basically. And he, like I even pointed out, in China they got this thing, the old order will rise again. So I mean, it's like you can't say it's just a KKK thing. It's basically in secret that through the Albert Pike, these groups have been teaching each different population the same thing. You're going to rise again. You're going to rise again, in order to get everyone pumped up to go fight, so they all kill each other off, trying to make the old rise again. In all actuality, they're making the old rise again. But what you thought the old was isn't what they told you it was. Really what it is you kill yourself trying to take it over from everyone else that they told the same thing. They let you all fight it out. We all die. Then they just come out of their deep underground military base and rule the earth. Get to do whatever they want now, because there is no rule, there is no law. Do without will has been fulfilled. In a way, that's what I see. That's how it works. It's the Joker, man. This guy steals this, he gets shot by the next guy, and the next guy takes it to the next guy, and then he shoots him, takes that, puts something else in it, then they shoot him, they bring it to the Joker takes it, then shoots that guy, and then boom, gone. That's like I said, man, right now you're going to see a lot of, you're going to see cleanups and shit hits the fan extractions, you know what I mean? And another predictive programming form of kind of a shit hits the fan extraction type of a situation was in that there was a show called True Blood on HBO, a vampire show. I don't suggest anyone, watch it, because it's really, they pushed it way far, man, you know what I mean? And it's, But there was a point in it where they were taking the vampires to a FEMA camp-like location, and they're all in there, and they're sexually abusing them, experimenting on them, making them take shots and vaccinations and shit. And this other vampire dude goes and steals a fucking, basically a scientist, and then extracts him to this like underground base-looking type place, or this compound, and they force him to do all this work on their hybrid DNA, trying to fuse these one beings of light with the darkness of the vampire DNA, and they would have a new super satanic messiah type figure, and or they'll have an evolution of their ability, you know what I'm saying, because they're already portrayed as superhuman abilities, and multi-dimensional. A lot of CERN imagery. It's like basically you could take those viscous Pisces things, the two circles, the black one and then a light one, and try to interfuse them, and they become a new thing altogether. That theme is in there. That's all predictive programming, and at the same time with the vampires in the FEMA camps getting experimented on with vaccinations and shit, blood, inner blood, man. It said a lot in there. And they even took they took a scientist and held him captive and made him work like 24/7, like, you better do what we say or we'll tear your throat out, basically. And it's Hollywood, but look, they're getting influenced by real events to some degree, or at least someone else has thought of it before, and they're building upon what someone else has already done somewhere, or something that's going on in real life. In which always, even if it's in the fictional, once again, just because it's fiction, don't think that it's totally fake. It's based on real ideas, and they draw on real creative expressions of things in life. And then life, likewise, after they make a exaggerated, fantastical expression of it in a movie, then life once again goes and tries to recreate what they saw in the movie. But there's a point where the movies are trying to recreate life. So, I mean, look, you can really look at movies and get it's like you can get the wrong idea, or you can draw from it what is good and important. And I heard this expression, it's like an apple. You eat the apple and throw the rest away. Or you can even take that